Do you have a chronic musculoskeletal problem that hasn't got better, even with therapy? Well, the technique E.R.A.C.E may be one of the things that's missing to restore you to function, to get you back on the golf course, to get you back in the game, to get you running again, to get you lifting weights again, or whatever it is that you like to do. So E.R.A.C.E is an amazing technique which restores the brain's connection to all parts of the range of motion. So if we were working with the biceps muscle or the curling motion, for example, of curling the biceps and letting it back down. So the muscle is shortening and the muscle is lengthening. At the same time, the opposite muscle needs to be working, the triceps, to lengthen and shorten. And the brain needs to be in control of both of those muscles in both of those motions. And when it is, amazing changes can happen. So what we will do is we want the brain, the nervous system, to have an extra load of stress and be able to have to do two things at once. So in one hand, I'm going to take an outstretched arm that you would have and hold some steady pressure against that. The other hand, I'm going to take my fingers and put it, for example, here on your forearm, and go slowly as the muscle contracts and shortens, and we want the person to keep pressure up against here. Now, what's amazing about this technique is when a person's getting it done, this motion has to go slow, and there'll often be points where you totally stop and you literally cannot push against it until the brain reconnects to that muscle in the range of motion, because your nervous system is also doing something over here. And so if it doesn't have good enough connection, you will literally stop, and it feels like a heavy workout even though we're just using the light pressure with our fingers. So the person will come up like this, and then they will keep, as they lengthen the biceps, they will keep pressure up against the fingers, which is not easy to do. Then we will come back here for the triceps and work the negative, so to speak, on the triceps. And then we will have them come back here and keep steady pressure here. So we're reconnecting both the biceps and the triceps, the opposite muscles, and we are getting that range of motion back, the brain back to the range of motion in both of those muscles in both directions. And that's E.R.A.C.E. We just worked on a young lady this afternoon whose arm could only go up about that far, and it just totally jammed and locked, and she had a recent injury. So we did E.R.A.C.E. on this motion with her very slowly, and she found several points. She just stopped, and we had to get it all reconnected again. And we're using red light therapy on you at the same time to reboot the neurological connection between the brain and the muscle. So red light therapy is a big part of this. So as we re-establish this muscle in both muscles, or the whole muscle groups that would control this in both directions, then after we were done, her arm came up over her head just like this with no problems at all. And so that's the technique E.R.A.C.E. So if you have a chronic musculoskeletal problem, you've tried therapy or you've gotten alignment and it's still giving you trouble, get in and see us, get this E.R.A.C.E. technique done, and it can do amazing things for restoring your range of motion and restoring your strength and restoring your coordination in all parts of the motion. I'm Dr. Michael Winters, Winters Wellness, Chiropractic Redefined. This is part of the technique we use called quantum neurology. And I look forward to helping you with these chronic issues. So subscribe to us here on Facebook and on YouTube, and like us on Facebook. I'm Dr. Michael Winters, Winters Wellness, Chiropractic Redefined.